after everything, Naruto was getting ready for the Chunin exams. And so, after Naruto gives Sasuke that beat down at the ceremony, everybody believes that he's clan head and stuff, and everybody starts gonna Ichiraku. And Naruto's looking for a clan head place because a clan's gonna be there in a while because they already set the date, and Naruto will be having kids at 16, 15, and they're trying to have tons of them, 20 to 50, half Hyuga and half full Uzamaki, and also for one of the weeks they get Jiraiya, and they have Jiraiya take Naruto to get all the scrolls from the Uzumaki village, and Naruto has to shed some blood to get in, and then Naruto gets all of the scrolls and puts them into this giant scroll, and then they head to the Leaf Village, and it's all Naruto's. Lord Third says it's all Naruto's, and then Naruto starts lying to them. He knows 2 to 3 of them. One of them is an A rank ceiling, and one of them is like the flying Rajin, but better. So with this, Naruto can just be like, he can, once he put it on, he can decide or not if he can like obliterate them, and he can also teleport. So with the seal, he can make their body just keep on swirling and swirling, and then turn into dust. After 5 minutes of swirling, they're basically swirling out of existence. And so then Naruto is getting ready for battle. When they go to the Chunin exams, Naruto with his Uzamaki cloak, and everybody knows about it. But when Naruto's on the way there, Naruto stops by. He needs to buy some kunai and put some flying Rasengan sales on them. So Naruto says, "I'll meet up with you guys." Same things happens with Rock Lee with Sasuke. Well, that happens, and Naruto gets stopped by Conan and says, "After the Chunin exams, I'll tell you something. There's another Uzumaki clan member." Naruto's like, really? And then she says, "You'll soon to know." And so then Naruto just is shocked, but then he goes with his team and sees Sasuke get beat up, and Naruto laughs at Sasuke and says, "You sure got beat up there." Sasuke says, "Shut up." And so Naruto says, "Well, I got my flying Rasengan." Well, my I'ma cut this Uzo Rasengan or something. Yeah, the Uzo Rasengan. And so Naruto's getting ready for it, and so then he is in the first thing. He uses his Uzagun, and he just uses one of its power, like, so the Uzagun makes like all your stats better, and so Naruto releases some wind chakra undetectably by him, and just puts it throughout the whole room, and then he looks at somebody's paper and puts down all the answers, and so Naruto passes, and so then it's the force of death. Ooh. Okay, let me tell you. The force to death. Naruto easily easily does this. He touches a person, he puts the Uzamaki seal on them, and so he can teleport with his team to basically gang bang them. And so he says, grab onto me, and then they teleport straight to him. And so Orochimaru's like, where are they? And so then Naruto, his team knocks them out, and then they head straight for the game. Orochimaru doesn't know where they are, so they get there, and then Orochimaru's upset that he didn't get Sasuke. And so Orochimaru curses it all. And so then they get there way before Gaara's team, and so then Naruto goes outside to practice his abilities. And so Naruto turns on his Mangekyou Uzumaki and tries to practice to see if he can get his Uzumaki Susanoo, the swirling thing, to master, and he masters it. But people are looking at this basic sky and saying, why is there a big figure? And Anko tells Lord Third about Naruto having the Uzumaki special Susanoo, and Lord Third's like, what? And she says, he has, so I'm gonna have it like, he has so he has a big shield that covers like half of his body, and it can deflect any jutsu known to man. And he can also, with his sword, it's wrapped in the Uzumaki's it's like Itachi's Amaterasu, but it's red and it's swirling around his sword, and so then it can cut through anything, and when it hits something, it keeps on burning, and it can't stop. And so everybody's like, what? And also, if Naruto gets it to the third step, which nobody knows about, he can use teleportation, ninjutsu, and to get to that next step, he has to lose somebody most precious to him, and I think you know when I mean. And so it's gonna be, well, I'm gonna just give you a little tease. It's when Jiraiya dies, and let me tell you what he gets. He can do like in just arrow, but he can do his like slash attack, and that attack can take off a whole mountain. It could probably cut the moon in half, but if he just swings it up, it could probably take out a mountain range. Okay, let's get to the fights. And so Kiba's a low-key scared because everybody knows that was Naruto with that big Susanoo-looking thing. And so Lord Durden tells Naruto, you can't use that Susanoo thing, you'll kill him. And Naruto's like, okay. And so Kiba does that fang over fang thing, and Naruto just throws his flying Uzumaki, Chunin at him, and then Kiba dodges it, and then Naruto teleports him, touching Kiba with the thing. Naruto teleports to Kiba again, giving him a cut in the gut, to not anything internal, but Naruto says, if you don't give up, I will kill you. I would have to kill you, or make you injured by a lot. And Kiba, of course, gives up, and then everybody's impressed. Hinata sees a few bruises and scratches on Naruto and gives him it, and Karen looks at Hinata like, what are you doing? Like, what is your problem? And so Hinata gives her and then smiles at Anku and gives Naruto a kiss. And then Karin, jealous, just just goes to Naruto, bringing him and giving him a mega kiss on the lips. And so then they're just Hinata and Karin are mad at each other. And then so now, guess what it is? Guess. I want you to guess. Yes. Sasuke versus that guy, and Sasuke, of course, wins. And when it's Lee's thing, instead of Gaara getting that finishing blow, Naruto, before any Jonin could save Lee, teleports right in front of Gaara's thing using one of his Genki abilities. He can do like almighty push, but instead of that, he just turns. He can turn anything that's like attacking a person and pushes it right back. So it's just this huge sand tsunami coming back at Gaara, and he of course gets his sand back and saves himself. And so that's basically how that happens. So then Gaara says Naruto's so good. And so Gaara wants to kill Naruto. He says mother wants you, and Naruto says I don't give a flying crap about who mother is. And do I look like your mom? No. So leave me alone. I'm just saving a comrade. Something you wouldn't understand. And then Gaara tries to attack Naruto. And then Naruto shows him a glimpse of his Susanoo. And Naruto says, try me. And then everybody's shocked. It wasn't a rumor. It's true. And then Gaara is like, I could break through that easily. And Naruto says, okay, then try it. And then gets in it again. And then everybody's telling them to calm down. Because Kurama's like, I can't wait till he's strong enough to handle the Nine Tails. He's gonna be a force to reckon with. And so, because Naruto and Kurama are like friends in this one. And so now it's Neji versus Hinata. So here's what happens when Neji's trying to get that, finishing blow to the chest. Naruto does repels attack right back at Neji. And his attack hits Neji's shoulder, and then he's like, ow, how'd you do that? Then Naruto's like, well, you technically did it to yourself. It was just your attack fired 2 times back at you. And then he's like, but my chocolate points, how? And then Naruto's like, because you tried to kill her, and so I wanted to show you how your attack feels. And then he's like, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna beat you anyways. And Neji says, talent overcomes hard work. And Naruto screams at Neji, and then she says, how do you think I got these eyes? And shows him the eyes. I went through hard work to achieve this power that you would never even be able to fathom. So hard work does overwork talent. I'm a living proof of that. Oh, and on the screen, that's Naruto's cloak he's wearing with his red hair. Ooh. And so then Naruto stares at Neji and says, hard work does overwork talent. So what you gotta say about that? Because I'm stronger than you. And then Naruto reminds Neji and gets into like his incomplete Susanoo. And so then Neji scoffs at it and says, my defense could guard easily. And Naruto says, when I try that out, it it can probably split in half a mountain range. So I'm gonna try it out. And Neji scoffs, and then they're getting ready for the next fight, and then it's the end. And so same thing happens with Sasuke and Useless and Ino, and so then Naruto first move training doesn't bother asking Kakashi, and so Naruto reads some books and does more chakra control by meditating and stuff. And so then Naruto wants to go to the hot springs. Then he meets this old man, and you know who it is, Pervy Jiraiya. And so he does the ceiling thing, but like not the ceiling, the Gambabutsu thing, but in one day. And so Jiraiya tries to teach him the Rasengan, and Naruto shows him a different version of it. And then Jiraiya says, try using the Rasengan with that attack. It could probably be a S+++ with your chakra. And so Naruto tries it, and then Naruto's like, this is cool. And Jiraiya says, put that into a tree. And then Naruto turns his Magankyo and puts on the eternal fire, puts that into the tree. The tree disintegrates, and Jiraiya's like, what? How is it that powerful? And Jiraiya says, only use this against an enemy. This could just hurt a person. And Jiraiya says, only use the Rasengan against a combat in the Chunin exams. And Naruto says, yes, sir. And so then now it's the Chunin exams. Naruto throws a kunai at Neji. Neji saw this. So Neji does the rotation. Naruto says, pretty smart. But you can... And then Naruto body flickers in front of Neji, puts a seal on him. And Naruto says, muzzle, give up. And Neji says, what you do? You didn't do anything. Naruto jumps back and teleports to him and puts a Rasengan in his chest. Naruto said, I warned you. Neji says, you won't beat me, and tries to dust the 64 palms. But then Naruto throws kunai around the thing, teleporting to them while Neji's trying to do the 64 palms. And then Naruto does his version of it, puts lightning chakra in his hands, and then basically punches him, and it messed up all his chakra network, shocking it like what Tsunade did to Kabuto. And so then Neji's basically having trouble because he's not as smart as Kabuto. Come on. And so he forfeits, and then Naruto fixes it up with, like, I'll believe he would know how to fix it, so he just fixes it. And so then Naruto is getting ready for battle, and then they're not gonna do it next round. And so then it's Sasuke versus Gaara. Same thing happens, and everything else same thing. And Naruto, Karin and Hinata are just smothering him. And so now it's the Konoha crash. Naruto goes to Gaara, and Gaara quickly transforms after he goes to Sasuke. And Naruto goes into a Susanoo, easily just doing one swipe and knocking Gaara out. Shukaku's like, I just got out of here. And then Naruto goes and tries, so he asks Kurama, could I break through a barrier with Kibi Chakra? Kurama's like, maybe. Then Naruto tries it. He goes into like a three-tailed mode and breaks through, but losing the Kibi Chakra. Then Naruto, when Hiruzen's about to do Reaper Dash, so Naruto said, wait, Hiruzen, don't sacrifice your life just yet. Naruto does a Susanoo, picking up Orochimaru. Literally in his hands, Naruto rips off one of his arms, and then Naruto has like the Totsuka blade, and so then seals it off, and so then he slashes at Orochimaru, sealing Orochimaru inside of him, but Orochimaru's not truly dead. And then Lord Third's alive, and the Tsunade retrieval arc is in episode. Bye!